Hey, welcome to Catharsis Music Theory class. This portion is going to be reviewing Module 3 and 4 real quick. Let me get a little bit of housekeeping taken care of before we get going too far. This theory class is Theory Class 1. And we're currently filming this in July of 2013. We're going to put this video through an edit process over the fall and add some graphics and add some other camera angles and try to make it even just that much better and offer it again online in this coming January of 2014. At the same time in January, we're going to do the sequel to this class, our music theory class number 2, which will again offer in-person and online like we're doing this round. If you're taking Music Theory 1 right now, you will have free tuition to redo Music Theory 1 again in January. So if you want to take it again in January online, you'll get to do that free of charge. You just need to register with us. You can also take the sequel, which we'll be presenting in January. You can also take them both at the same time. If you've not taken either, you have to pay for both. But if you've already taken Music Theory 1, you get to retake it for free, but you'll need to pay for Music Theory 2. Does that make sense? So you're going to get another shot at this whole thing. And our hope is that we'll also end up making a book and a DVD series out of all of this stuff. That's kind of in the cards. So I appreciate you guys staying with me so far, and let's get to it. So the first item of business right now is taking our Module 3 and 4 quiz, which is the first thing that we've handed out. So if you're watching online, we are going to make a cut right here, and you can hit the pause button right now as we fill out the quiz. Go through the answers of Module 3 and 4 quiz, if you would please. Number 1, what are the 4 intervals that can be described as perfect? Alex Morales.
4, 5, and octave.
Root 4, 5, and octave is right. 1, 4, 5, and 8 also counts. Those are the perfect intervals. Alex gets a candy. Catch it. Number 2, true or false? Augmented means to lower an interval by a whole step. False is the right answer. Nobody gets a candy because they didn't raise their hand. False is the right answer. Bobby raised her hand. That one's got almonds in it. Number 3, what scale are the major intervals derived from? Now, careful. What scale are the major intervals derived from? Somebody besides Bobby and Alex. Gary. The diatonic scale totally counts. I would have accepted the major scale, but major and diatonic are technically the same words.
Candy.
Candy is big time. I'm just going to arbitrarily, later in the class you get to pick candy. I'm just giving you one. Number 4, how many half steps in a major 7th? Anybody besides Gary, Bobby, and Alex? How many half steps in a major 7th? Yes, sir. 11 is the right answer. Tell me your name again. Brett Lee. Sorry, I couldn't remember. Should have gotten name tags. You're Evan's friend. No, that's another guy. You're Brett. You're Brett Lee? There's a guy that's, okay, I got my name people. Good job. This one is milk chocolate nugget. Come on with it. Number 5, what interval was considered the devil's interval? Joe Hudson.
Tritone.
Tritone, and the people said tritone. Yes, very nice. Reese has got some peanut butter in there for you. Number 6, true or false? Dissonance makes evil sounds.
There's no evil sound.
There is. False is the right answer. Ginny gets it. There is no such thing as, you want fruity? I got Starburst here. Okay. Nice, good catch. No such thing as an evil sound. It's a sound that can be used for evil or for good. Dissonance can be beautiful as well as ugly. And sometimes you want ugly in order to contrast with the beauty. Not enough ugly in worship to contrast. And maybe that's why there's not as much artistic Gary says him and his wife. Nice. Please just indulge us for a moment. It's going to be a second, guys. Yeah. The edit point, no, it's unless you feel like you need to, it's all good. Edit point for Gary. No. But I honestly feel like one of the things that's kept worship music from artistically moving as far as it could is that there's an aversion towards ugliness. But you need ugly in order for beauty to have its power and its moment. You kind of need the devil for God to be awesome in contrast. You know?
Good versus evil.
Good versus evil, and you need tension for it to be released, for great art to happen, and I just think that's important to say. Number 7, if one inverts a major second, now careful, if one inverts a major second, I'm looking for a quality. What is the quality of the resulting interval? Somebody who hasn't answered, Grant.
Minor 7.
Minor 7th is exactly right. I was only looking for the word minor. because of the way I worded the question. Because I was asking what's the quality of the resulting interval, which is minor, but minor seventh is excellent, which means you just went up the extra mile. Number eight, this is my favorite one. How many half steps in an inverted octave? Now I just did this to make everybody go, huh? How many half steps in an inverted octave? Somebody who hasn't. How many half steps in an? I got 12 on the floor. Any other guesses? 11? Any other guesses?
0.
Alex actually got it, guys. Okay, so an octave is how many half steps?
12 half steps in a row.
If you invert the octave, it becomes 0. But this is a theoretical concept just for fun. This doesn't apply to actual music making. This is just for the geeks in the crowd. So if that whole answer and question made you go, huh, please ignore it completely. Don't let it confuse you. It has nothing to do with making music. It's just a theoretical construct for fun for the geeks among us. Number 9, if one plays a G and the next one is an E that is down 3 half steps from there, what is the interval called? Now, minor third's the right answer. Now, some people would say G to E, if G is the first note, G up to E is a major sixth, excuse me. G up to E is a major sixth. But you're going down because the notes are being played in succession. If you play the notes together, you go from the bottom up. But if you play them in succession, you go from the first note to the second note. So this is sort of trying to illustrate that idea of how you measure the intervals from the bottom to the top, unless it's in succession, and then it might be kind of from the higher note to the lower note, or it might be from the lower note to the higher note, depending on the order of the notes when they're in succession. Okay? Number 10, this is also kind of a bonus question because I just mentioned it on the video. It's not in the papers anywhere. What does a guitar power chord consist of? The root, the fifth, and the octave all together. Sometimes you can just do root and fifth only, but typically it's root, 5, and octave, guitar power chord. Okay, now number 11 I'm going to do from the keyboard. We're going to do 8 intervals. So now this is the continuation of the quiz. And actually, what we need to do is only keep that center camera on, because I don't want them to necessarily see this down here for right now, right? Because if you see the interval on the screen, it'll be too easy. Okay, so I'm going to play an interval a few times. You try to write down what that interval is, okay? Start with an easy one. I'm going to play each interval 3 times. Here's the second one. This is an advantage of being in the in-person classes. You can actually see the keyboard well. But this is number 1. What is this interval? Going on to number 2. What is this interval? Number 2. And again. Here's number 3. Interval number 3. One more time. Number 4. Again. One more time, number 4. Number 5. Number 5. One more time. Number 6. Again. Again. Number 7. Number 7. Again. And our final one, number 8. Number 8. One more time. Okay, so I'm going to go through the answers now. If you're in person and you're confused, watch it again and watch the answers again. You'll notice I may not play the exact same notes because I don't remember which notes I hit, but I do remember the intervals that I played. So please don't be confused if I happen to hit different notes this time around while I'm showing you. Answer number 1 is minor second. I think I did that. The answer to number 2 is a minor third. I think I did that. Number 3 was a major seventh, which I think I did this. Or maybe it was this one. Major 7. Major 7. It was B. Oh, yeah, that's right. Upside down. B is, yeah, that was there. The answer to, what's the next one? Number 4 was a major 6th, which I think was D. And there's NBC for all you American TV watchers. If you've never been outside of Australia, that's not going to help you much. NBC, major 6th. Number 4 was a perfect 4th. I think it was this. Maybe it was this. Excuse me, number 5. Thank you for correcting me. Number 5 was a perfect 4th. Number 6 was a perfect 5th. I think it was this. Number 7 was an octave. D, there's a, no, it's there's a, it's minor 7th. What is it? Somewhere over the rainbow, octave. And then the final one, number 8, was the tritone. And the people said tritone. Joe Hudson's favorite interval. So that concludes our Module 3 and 4 quiz. And be sure to click next as we go on to Module 5. Thanks for playing our interval game, and we'll see you next time.